fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh my God, what a great movie!
I couldn't decide if we're doing the show live or not.
That's fine. I don't care.
This is our first go around. We're just fucking
Easy.
around.
Yeah.
There's no theme song. And
Well, actually, you should put John Carpenter's music from the movie over the intro.
I'm sure everyone who does a John Carpenter podcast does something like that. So you know what? LIW John Carpenter review on Phoenix West.
Do. It sounds like a Metallica song in Mouth of Madness. Yeah, that was some good stuff.
Who are you?
What? Who are you?
I introduced myself. Who are you?
Oh yeah, Dick It here.
Hi.
Watching John Carpenter films now for a living.
Yeah, out of nowhere, I was just kind of like, I want to do a John Carpenter podcast. And then we're just like, fuck it, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's just do one. See how this goes.
It gave me an excuse to watch the movie that I bought like 3 months ago.
Every 5 years, I'll put this movie on.
I love this movie.
And I like
it's great.
I like it more every time I watch it.
Yeah, I would say that's true. Because I was rewatching it yesterday. I was just like, wow, I forgot how good this movie is. It's just a lot of fun. And it's like, it's perfect Carpenter.
Yeah, it's one of those movies where every time I think about it, though, I'm like, eh.
Yeah, you just dismiss it.
And then I watch it, and I'm like, it's a. I think I'm thinking of Stephen King's The Dark Half with Timothy Hutton. I think I don't confuse the two movies, but I think I get that vibe from that movie, and I don't know, because this one I have nothing against. I enjoy it all the way through.
Yeah,
it's let's break the movie down a little bit, because this is 95. This is a big year for Carpenter, because he also did Village of the Damned, right?
Let's not discuss that.
Oh, well, we're going to.
I don't know if I can watch that one. It's got the Christopher Reeve effect on it.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of sad. It makes you sad, but also Mark Hamill's in it, so it makes you even sadder.
Mark Hamill's also in Body Bags.
Yeah.
He worked with Mark Hamill a few times, huh?
I think that was it.
That was it.
Did he do a voice on something? Because at least John Carpenter was what? How old was he when he made this movie? 95, roughly. 70.
I was looking at the pictures from Body Bags earlier, and I go, he looks just like the Crypt Keeper.
And that was makeup, but now he looks like that in real life.
I know.
That's what happens when you smoke 5 packs of cigarettes a day.
It's crazy.
That's the thing. After watching this movie, I wanted to have a cigarette. I didn't, but man, I miss those days.
I was thinking about, because Sam Neill, any chance he gets in this movie, just sparks up a cigarette. And
yeah.
As John Carpenter, because all his characters smoke. Like, I think even James Woods in Vampires smokes. Like, everyone smokes.
He smokes a cigar. I remember that in Vampires. Yeah.
Yeah. The man loves smoking. He's it's one of his favorite things, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
And now he loves music, but he loves it because he can smoke while he plays.
He loves smoking and doing synth scores. That's all he does now.
And killing his children.
He can't make movies anymore, but he can smoke the shit out of that cigarette and synth the shit out of that music. That's about it.
Kind of like when I did Tales from the Crypt, the review show, which has turned into LIW Anthology Series review. I'm kind of curious because I don't know a whole lot about John Carpenter's personal life. So I'm kind of curious. Slowly will open his casket while he's alive.
I think he was married to all of his producers. I feel like that was the case because Sandy King, who produces this movie, is his wife. I don't know if it's his current wife. I think it's his current wife. So he's been married for her for at least since 1994. So they must be together for a while now.
Well, let's look it up.
I guess you could look it up. But we have the computer power to look this thing up.
Yeah, 1990 to present.
There you go.
And then Adrienne Barbeau before that.
That's right. Yes. I forgot about that. That is true. Yes. He got to play with him big ass titties for a long time.
I'm guessing Sandy King is no relation.
No, I don't think that's probably not even her real name. I think that's probably a producer name. So she produced. Did she produce in Memoirs of an Invisible Man then?
Oh God, I hope not.
Because that's how he knew Sam Neill. was Memoirs of an Invisible Man. Sam Neill's in that movie too, you know.
She did They Live, Body Bags, Month of Madness, Village of the Damned, Vampires, Ghost of Mars, and
Ooh.
the Vampire sequel, Vampires.
Oh no. That movie's fucking terrible.
I've seen that one.
With John Bon Jovi. Oh,
Yes.
that's bad. No wonder his daughter killed herself.
Wow.
Oh, we went there. We go there on this show.
Wow. Do we?
Extreme. Ah! Unfriended death.
Artie Lang.
Artie Lang, unfriended death. Ah! Get my hand in a blender. Yeah, we can do that here.
Yeah, we should reenact the movie.
Yeah,
Unfriended.
We'll do that in a podcast where we have no idea what to do anymore.
Can we please do that?
It'll get 1 million hits. I just need to figure out how to get my face in a blender and all the blood. I never saw that movie, so I don't know how that scene goes. I just remember the trailer.
His hand, not his face.
Well, he has his hand, but then like all of a sudden he's like choking, and like he does that, and it glitches, and like he gets thrown back or something.
Yeah, it's a creepy voodoo ghost.
Yeah, something stupid.
The second one's actually not that bad. We're gonna get back to the movie in a moment, but the second
yeah, that's what I heard.
Dark Web.
Yeah,
the first one has like a haunting. It's like a girl. Second one is just the dark web, and like these people control it.
Yeah,
and I found that one way more interesting.
It's more of a conspiratorial movie. Like a bunch of guys are watching you. It's like that game. There's a video game like that where you play. I think it's called Dark Web. You play the video game, and the trick is you have to figure out a way to get out of it before they find you. And they're like they come at the window and the door. And if you see them coming, you can hide, but they'll find you. They'll kill you eventually. So it must be some kind of game. I can't remember what it's called.
Alien. That Alien game they made.
Maybe.
Sounds like it.
It's probably the same idea.
In the
Mouth of Madness.
We talked about Sandy King, which ironically is the producer of this movie, and this writer Sutter Kane in this movie is clearly supposed to be based off like the hype of a Stephen King, but like the H.P. Lovecraft writing style. Mm-hmm. It has like the fan base of a Stephen King, so it's kind of a combination of the two guys. Because when we see, I don't like H.P. Lovecraft in any way, in any fashion. I can't stand it.
He's boring.
I don't like Clive Barker. I don't like the body horror. I just don't. I'm not interested in it. I don't find it.
Clive Barker's not really body horror though. That's just because of Hellraiser.
Yeah.
He gets that's his shtick, but it's not. He's not really a big body horror guy. His books aren't like that. He just deals more in the whole sexual side of like, oh, evil is seductive and sexual, and that's why you would want to be involved in it. And it makes more sense on that note. But yeah, he's not really a body horror guy per se. I mean, he's done it, but he's not. I think Cronenberg is more body horror.
Yeah, Cronenberg does an interesting kind of way though.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have, I don't know, except for, certain parts of Fly. It's not all goopy and wolf. Like when she hugs him at the end, Sutter Kane, she hugs him and he has like the
little puppet on the back of his head.
Yeah.
The obvious puppet.
Yeah. That part didn't bother me. But when I say bother, I mean, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind watching it. But
no, yeah.
Like, this is boring.
It didn't take you out of the movie and say, oh, that's an obvious puppet.
You could tell it's an obvious puppet.
Yeah, it's a puppet, but it's fun. It works. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, he's like fingering its mouth.
Well, yeah. This is like the only Carpenter movie like that, though. I can't think of another one that's like this, that has like those kind of monsters.
The Thing.
Oh, yeah, that's an alien. That's different.
Yeah, well,
that's an alien. Yeah, that's an alien. These are otherworldly, dimensional monsters that are like millions of years old, kind of a thing.
So aliens.
Oh no! There's a difference. There's a big fucking difference.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's the H.P. Lovecraft stuff, where it's multi-dimensional beings coming in, and
they were here before Earth humans were, and then humans worshipped them for a time, and then they went away, and they come back. That kind of thing.
What is it? The
Cthulhu, Jack.
Cthulhu. Yeah, I'm not into this shit, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but
there's so much more than that, though. It's so ridiculous. His books are boring, though. Like H.P. Lovecraft isn't very interesting. He's very dry, and like people love him because he's just he created horror that he created the mental horror and like all the body horror stuff. Like, yeah, so what? Who cares? Like, yeah. So did Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I mean, come on.
I was gonna say I'd rather stick with the Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah,
he's like started the Tales from the Crypt type shit.
Yeah,
with like the gothic horror.
Well, I think he invented the detective story. Is Edgar Allan Poe?
Was Doyle not before him?
I think he's after. I think technically he did a short story about a detective before anyone else did.
Huh.
So I think Edgar Allan Poe created the detective story. I can't remember. I don't know if I'm right on that. I'm not 100%, but I think I'm 50-50 on that one.
And much like all writers of his time, died in an alleyway choking on his own vomit.
Pretty much, yes.
And then they named a football team after one of his books.
Just like Boz Skaggs.
Mama
Cass, Jimi Hendrix, they all died on their own puke. That sucks.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's been a while since I've seen this. Not that too long between these two viewings. And the last time I watched it, I don't know if I've ever seen Prince of Darkness. I think I watched both of them back to back, and maybe I'm thinking of Prince of Darkness as the one I don't like. I don't know. I couldn't tell you a thing about it, but this time I was like, why do I not like? I was a little mad at myself. I'm like, this movie's great. It's fun. Why do I act like I don't like it to myself? It's bizarre.
It's your self-hate.
Maybe
you have issues with your self-hatred.
Yeah, Sam Neill is great in this.
Yeah,
he basically gets sent out to what is it, Hobbs End?
Yeah.
And he gets sent out there to track down this mysterious writer who went missing after he wrote his latest book. He gets sent out there by Charlton Heston and with some bitch.
Well, the idea is he's supposed to find either Kane or the manuscript because the manuscript hasn't been delivered. And they're trying to say people are going crazy because they want the book and they're rioting because the book's not out yet. And it's becoming this big cult thing and people are going crazy. It's like the Harry Potter series. It really is. It's kind of like they say Stephen King, but this is way more Harry Potter-esque to me because that hype, when that book was fucking huge, there was people like in line, dressed up, buying those books at midnight. That was way more popular than any Stephen King book.
Yeah. It's
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Stephen King never had that fan base where people go crazy because it doesn't really exist except for Harry Potter and people bitching about like him not releasing the news Fire and Ice or something.
Right, yeah. Like, and even that crowd is so small it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, and they're too lazy to go out and actually start fires and shit. That's a hefty crowd.
They're too busy going through the Winchell's. Oh, hell, I'm going to go burn that bookstore down. Oh, fuck, I need a crawler. Oh, hell with it. I'll get my crawler first.
Let's start a big fat fire.
Just throw grease at it.
Well, if they start the fire next to like the marshmallow factory or something, we can have s'mores or something. I don't know.
Oh shit! You hit two birds with one stone.
There is a great shot in the beginning of this movie because it starts off with Sam Neill's character he's like an investigator for an insurance company. And he finds out this guy's lying about it, and he's whoring all over town and lying about it, and catches him. So he gets approached by Sutter Kane's people, his publishing company. And I love the scene where they're at the coffee shop, and you just see that guy walk over the fence with an axe, and he just stands there at the window, and everyone else outside is just like, the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
My only problem with it, though, is he pulls the axe back, and they do the cutaway, and you see, and I'm like, that would have been so cool in one shot.
Well, I think it's probably hard to do because that axe is not going to crack that glass in one take.
I get it, but
because it has to blow up. You said that practice, they blow up the glass before the axe hits it, and it probably didn't look right. Yeah,
it could have. I don't know. I'm sure they did it in one shot, maybe, and they're like,
Yeah, it probably didn't look good.
But it would have been, if this is my fantasy wish list for the scene, I would have loved to see it just crack and stay on that shot. Because it would have been way more effective. Because it is creepy when he's just sitting there looking at him. Like, because at this point, we haven't seen anything. Except for the opening with Sam Neill and then the Insane Asylum. But we're just kind of like, who the fuck is this guy?
It opens with Sam Neill going to the Insane Asylum. That's a big part of the movie that we didn't mention.
That's all right.
Because he's telling the story to David Warner.
Yeah.
Because David Warner is interviewing him because they're finding out that the world's going to shit. and Sam Neill knows something. They want to ask him, what does he know? And he just explains to him basically the story of Sutter Kane and how the world's going to end. And this is how the world's coming to an end.
We got two guys that are in a lot of bad movies with John Glover and
Yes,
David Warner. I'm just like, are they good actors?
Oh, I think so. David Warner's good. He's the same guy in every movie, but he's good.
Yeah.
Well, you
And
know.
John Glover and the Batman. Which one is he?
Again, Batman and Robin.
Batman
He might be. He might be in Batman Forever too. Yeah, actually, no, he's in both. Isn't he the? It's no, that was not. That was the blonde guy in Batman Forever, who was Edward Nygma's boss. That was the other guy. That was shit. What's his name? He was from Transylvania 65000. Ed Begley Jr.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm confusing the two.
John Glover's the one that works for or as Poison Ivy.
Yes,
and
yeah.
She kills him with computers or something.
No, she kisses him and then he dies.
Oh, I thought she threw him on the computers. Maybe that's before she kisses him.
No, I think it's after.
He's got a big fucking wig on in that movie.
Yeah. It's a great film.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Rest in peace, Joel Schumacher.
Why do we keep calling him Schumacher?
I don't know, because he always gets mentioned.
Carpenter.
Yeah,
he's in the insane asylum in the beginning. We forgot to mention that. Who cares?
Well,
he gets part of the movie. He goes. I know. I'm ignoring my own. But he gets sent off by Charlton Heston to go track down the manuscript and possibly find him if he's still alive. Yep. And that's all he cares about. And he sends the girl with him. And that's our setup. And then they drive there.
Yep.
And I didn't realize how quickly the craziness starts because he's driving, everything's fine. He falls asleep, and she takes over driving. And she immediately sees Christian Hayden.
Yeah.
Hayden Christensen, wherever the fuck his name goes.
Please, Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, and he's riding his bike and drives by. Looks like a young kid, and then all of a sudden they see him again like 2 seconds later, and he's got like an old man mask on, but you're supposed to believe it's real.
Yeah.
And then he hits him.
No, yeah, she hits him, runs him over. She hits him, and he says, "I can't get out. Help me! I can't get out. He won't let me out." And he was talking about George Lucas. That's the weird part. He won't let me leave. I can't work. I can't act in anything else because I can't act.
He's my least favorite actor.
Hayden Christensen. I think he's everybody's least favorite actor.
There's a collective of people, and Adam's a part of it. The guy that we work with, Adam, on the other shows.
Oh,
he's not so much part, but it's people he's in that little community with, or
because prequel people,
they love the prequels and hate them. And
no,
I understand not liking the new ones, but I will never accept loving the prequels as a valid their opinion. No.
I think the Disney ones are way better than the prequels. Yeah, I really do.
The Disney ones aren't good. Like they're watchable. They're stupid.
They're good acting. The acting's pitch perfect in those movies. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah. So prequels are terrible. Attack of the Clones is the biggest heart-wrenching thing I've ever had experience in a theater in my life.
Yeah. The only movie for Star Wars I haven't seen in the theater up until the newest one was episode 3. I was like, okay, I get it. No, I'm good. Yeah.
And even episode 3 is not that good either. So people love that movie too. People that say that's their favorite movie, I'm like, really? It's not that good. It's really
the best one of the
I guess. And now this asshole George Lucas is saying, "Oh, I had a whole idea for 7, 8, and 9." You motherfucker, you lying son of a bitch! You said on 60 Minutes there was no episode 7, and now you're saying, "Oh, I had this big plan for episode 7, 8, and 9 with Darth Maul being the leader of the underworld." I mean, just shut up! Enough of this. And they believe this shit. Give me a break. I hate Star Wars fans. I hate them so much.
I don't love Star Wars that much though, so.
I hate Star Wars so much. I fucking hate it.
I like Star Wars. Like, I got some Star Wars stuff, but I'm not.
I fucking hate Star Wars. I supported it most of its life, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
No, but Hayden Christensen. See what happens when Hayden Christensen shows up in a John Carpenter movie? You talk about the prequels.
Yeah, this is what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So, out of nowhere, she fucking hits him. and they get out of the car, and then this is where we start to get the little bit of the shifting, or like the kind of makes you see things that aren't really there, because of, when he changes faces on the bike and he gets old, that is a possibility in this world. But this is something where she looks down, she sees him, hears a noise, looks up, looks back, he's gone, and he rides by on the bike. It's like, motherfucker, hit me. Then they arrive in town, and Sam Neill conveniently wakes up now.
Yes.
And they
lights up a cigarette.
Yeah, they go inside the hotel, and it's Happy Gilmore's grandma.
That's right. Yeah.
He's running the place.
She's got her husband handcuffed to her ankle naked.
Yeah. Well, they set that up great, because
Yeah.
she's like, it's that girl who from his book. And he goes, well, she doesn't look like a husband killer. She's a sweet old lady.
Yeah.
I like the little sprinkles.
Yeah. And the painting on the wall where it's like, it's weird. It moves for her, but not for him. And then he sees it later as it's all fucked up. They're all mutated and everything. Yeah, there's good stuff. Rewatching it, it's like I find like because when I saw this originally, I think I was like, when it came out, I was like, what, 12? So I watched it on video, I think, when it came out. And I remember being disappointed because, this is boring. There's no horror. There's no scary stuff. It's just kind of boring. But it's all subliminal. And that's the point, Yeah. Like, I didn't understand that being 12 years old, what Carpenter was trying to do there.
Yeah, I think when you're a kid, you're not really looking for subtext. You're not looking deeper than this is what's happening. Like the images themselves. I wasn't thinking about... Okay, let me say the one thing that does bother me, kind of, and you let me know what you think, is before he even goes off. This is right after he has a conversation with Charlton Heston.
Mm-hmm.
He goes and he sees the cop in the alleyway. And then right away, he goes back and has that dream and sees the cop like a monster. And I was like, this is too quick. I don't think he should have anything weird or any premonitions until he got to town.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Written into the story.
Yeah, that could have been a studio note. That could have said, like, it's not scary enough. It needs more scary stuff. Because that's like the only jump scare in the movie is that part. Because he wakes up, and he has the double dream, the double wake. And like he wakes, and then he looks at the cop's right there, and it wakes up again.
Or he's just like, honey, I'm sorry, go back to sleep. I had a nightmare. Yeah. Well, that's okay. Who he's fucking that night.
That would have been a better scene.
Yeah.
You had a nightmare, honey. Are you okay? And it's Sandy King.
Beating night.
Oh, God. That pretty young thing you're with? No, I don't know her. She's got the bags on her eyes. She's deforming right there in front of his eyes.
She's like a melted candle because of all the smoke.
Yeah.
You think either one of them has to have like a constant tarp around them?
So absolutely.
She's like, you're gonna smoke in that tarp. I'm not being around that all day. Like, our house looks ancient and it's 20 years old.
Yeah.
Or is she in the bag? And
well, I think he has to smoke outside now. That's the rule.
So he just moves his bed out to the porch.
Pretty much, yeah. He lives. Well, that's where his synth studio is outside, because it can't be inside.
He's the only house in the world with an exhaust. Like, he has a pipe going from the bed.
It just smoke. It looks like the chimneys of Auschwitz. Constant. That's John Carpenter's house over there. He's working in his studio again. Must be doing a Halloween soundtrack.
He's writing another vampire movie.
Oh shit! If only.
No, they've done like 3 or 4 of those fucking things.
No, well, yeah. Mission to Mars is technically, or what? Was it Mission to Mars? Is that what it is? Or
no? I'm saying the vampire sequels. They've done like 3 or 4.
Yeah. Those are fucking terrible.
Mission to Mars is one of my least favorite movies of all time.
Mission to Mars is the Brian De Palma movie.
No, not Mission to Mars.
Ghosts of Mars.
Ghosts of Mars.
Yeah, Ghosts of Mars is fucking terrible. That's John. Yeah,
Ice Cube on Mars and Natasha Henstridge. Who's in that?
Natasha Henstridge.
Okay, that's what I thought.
No,
I saw it once when it came out, and I go, "Oh no, I absolutely hate this."
I think everybody does.
Yeah. Well, I liked John Carpenter my whole life, so I was like, "Oh, let's give this a try." It looks awful.
Yeah, I think at that point he was just pretty much done. I don't know.
It's been 10 years for him. So he hasn't done. He did The Ward in 2010. That was it.
And The Ward wasn't anything special.
No,
It was all right. It was fine. It was like, that's a John Carpenter movie.
Amber Heard's life now is more exciting than
Amber Heard's life right now is
like
more
the
in the
Lord.
mouth of madness.
Yeah,
She's about had it.
yeah.
That's gotta hurt your feelings when a million people on Twitter says, "Don't be in Aquaman 2." Like they want to fire her, and it's like, you're not the boss of Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Oh, they might listen.
Oh, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna be cut down incredibly.
They're gonna
Like,
replace her with Christopher Plummer, and
oh God, I'd be first in line if they did that.
he's got the big fake titties.
Oh my God, that would be genius. I hope James Wan has the balls to do that. That would be incredible.
He should tweet out an image of just Amber Heard's character in her little dress thing and her little skin tight suit with Christopher Plummer's head on it.
Oh my God, that'd be genius.
God, that'd be hilarious.
I'll do it, sure. What are you doing for a week in October, Chris? Nothing. I'll do it. It'll take that long to put you in all of Amber Heard's scenes.
I feel like they're gonna do Kevin Spacey's movies. They're gonna release it with Kevin Spacey overseas, and then here every movie going forward is gonna be Christopher Plummer. They just replace him.
He did all those movies. Even the old movies are going to be Christopher Plummer.
Yeah,
7.
That's all he does now.
You guys, Christopher Plummer is John Doe.
I envied you. Is envy.
You're going to remember. They're going to study me for years. Yeah,
John Doe got the upper hand.
Yeah, California. John Doe got the upper hand. Got the box. Call the bomb squad. We got a box.
Anyway, Martha Madness.
Yes.
Really?
Well, they get to the town.
Yeah,
they're in Hobbs End.
Fast forward because everything starts going crazy.
Yeah.
Instead of going beat by beat here, let's kind of talk about overall, because really the next 40, 50 minutes is shit going crazy. And Sam Neill doing his best to dismiss it all as a hoax because he thinks Charlton Heston and the lady are in on it, and it was like an elaborate hoax. So he would go back and tell people it's real and sell a couple million more books, as he puts it.
Right.
At one point, when did she say that? Oh, when they go to the church, they look out the window and they're like, "Oh, the church should be there, but it's not."
Yeah,
because it's from the South.
That's I was gonna say that's one of my favorite parts of the movie. Yeah. Was Sam Neill trying to explain? Well, this is all bullshit. You said this window, you don't see it. Well, you read it wrong. It's this window. I don't know. That was a good bit.
Kind of intimidating building.
Yeah, in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
And where do they find that place?
Where's it supposed to be? Like New Hampshire?
It's New Hampshire.
So close to Maine. Very, very close
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then they go there, they walk there, and then Vigo, the Carpathian, comes out.
Yes, that's right. We didn't mention that.
He shows up and he's like, has his gun and all his trucks, and they're like, let's get the fuck out of here. And he's like, Johnny boy.
No.
From New
Johnny boy. Yeah. Oh, Johnny boy. He can't even get near a human accent. I don't know what fucking country he's from.
He's from the country of New Hampshire. It was clear.
Clearly, everybody in New Hampshire talks like that.
He's a New Hampshireite.
A 5-year-old did this. My 5-year-old.
Yeah, New Hampshireonian.
Oh my God!
I don't know what they're called. But he the doors are closing on the kid, and all of a sudden it opens back up, and we get to meet Sutter Kane for the first time.
Yep, Jurgen Prochnow, who, like Christopher Plummer, will do anything. He will do any movie for money.
He'll be on the show.
He could do it. And I haven't seen him in a long time. He's maybe he's semi-retired, maybe. I haven't seen him in a movie in a while. He was in House of the Dead.
He's been
embarrassing. Working. Is he still working? I haven't seen him in anything.
Not in the States.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he in a bunch of Steven Seagal movies?
Hitman, Agent 47.
Was he in that?
That was the last thing in America.
Wow.
Oh, The Guardian Angel. What's this?
Oh, geez. That sounds Chinese.
No, it looks like a bunch of people I don't recognize. It also looks foreign because everyone's last name has that little thing through the O.
Well, I'll do it.
All right. Yeah. He's been in a bunch of good movies.
Oh, no, he's a good actor.
English
He's great.
Moon, Das Boot.
He was in Moon?
Dune.
Oh, Dune. Oh, yeah. He's Yeah, he's Leo Atreides. He's the Duke. He gets killed right away.
I don't remember that movie that much.
It's boring.
I don't need to watch it again.
No one does.
I remember. I just can't deal with another. If I watch it again, I have to deal with another like 3 months of sweaty, shirtless Sting, and I can't do that again. I went down that road several times. Not doing it again.
Yeah,
It's like he's allergic to shirts.
he is. Yes, it's a real medical condition.
This is when she kind of they go back to the hotel, and he's like, "This is all publicity stunt." She goes, "It's real," and he's like, "No, you're just trying to sell more copies." And she's like, "No, this was a publicity stunt thing at first, but this is real." And he's kind of like, "Whatever." And then I have an image here because they separate for the first time in the movie at this point. And let me find the image. I'll screen share here in a second, where we see his notebook, what he's writing down, and it's like Hobbs End extreme. Oh, they even mention Lovecraft.
Oh, okay.
What that says? No, extremely elaborate. That's what it says.
Oh, okay.
And then it says Gatorade. Although what? I don't know what that's.
He's making her list. He's Gatorade.
Expensive notes. People paid off. FX. Like the painting.
Yeah, he mentions that. Yeah.
Arglo style, and he's like got this list, like this conspiracy list.
Now, is Sam Neill trying to do an American accent in this movie, or is it his Australian accent?
Well, he's not Australian. He's New Zealand.
Yeah, whatever.
He's a Kiwi.
Yeah, sure.
I was looking up because I always was curious why his voice sounds like that. It's because he was born in Ireland, and then like when he was like 7, he moved to New Zealand.
There you go.
So that's why he's kind of like a James Bond from the 90s. What can't I think of? What the fuck is wrong with my brain?
Oh, Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah, he's kind of like that kind of actor.
Mm.
Where they kind of they did well, not amazing. Other than James Bond, like he didn't do amazing or anything. But he consistently works in stuff I like.
Yeah. I'd say Sam Neill's a little bit better than Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, definitely.
Because though I think Pierce Brosnan has more money.
Definitely.
Yeah, because that James Bond and Remington Steele, that made him some money right there.
Oh, definitely.
And Sam Neill, I mean, he's never been on a show, and the only like big blockbuster he has is what, Jurassic Park, and that's probably and Jurassic Park 3. Let's not forget. And
he's coming back for the new one. And he made $30 million off Event Horizon.
What?
That's a absolute lie. I have no idea.
Oh, that's another underrated movie that I do like, though. I like Event Horizon.
Yeah, that's a movie I hated the first time, and then after that, I realized what it actually was.
Yeah.
That's a weird movie.
That's the only Paul W.S. Anderson movie I like.
Yeah,
because he sucks in everything else that he does, and Mia Jovovich sucks in everything she does too.
The only movie she's good in is when she acts like a robot because she's an alien.
She is an alien.
No tipas. That's it.
Ugh.
Oh, she has. Oh, Dazed and Confused. She's great in that.
Yeah, because she's a stoner.
Yeah, she wasn't acting.
Ugh.
I saw a thing yesterday, and then we'll get back to the movie. Where Matthew McConaughey, and they're talking about him running for Texas governor or something like that. And I'm like, do people not realize he's like a stoner? And that's what he is.
Hey, that's okay. That's everything's gonna be legal under me, man. You can do the bongo drums all night naked. It's cool. You can smoke all the weed you want.
It's all gravy, man.
Hey, man, you'd be cooler if you voted for me.
Just gonna drive my Lincoln Continental.
Is he gonna talk about jerking off though as governor? How many times do you jerk off a day, son? Oh, about 2 times. Oh, that was rookie numbers. You gotta get those numbers up.
Get those numbers up, man.
10 times at least.
Yeah. So
George and Crouch now.
He makes a list. He starts to, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's kind of just wandering the town at this point. She runs, while he's doing this, she runs into a group of kids. And they're like garbage pail kids. Their faces are all fucked up. And they're just like, mommy.
Yeah, another good scene. Another really creepy. Like, not that when I was younger, I was like, yeah, it's okay, dismissed. I just dismissed it. And now I'm like, ooh, that's real creepy. That's just, ugh. It's Mummy's Day.
Yeah, you know what today is? It's
Mummy's
Day. I don't know what order he did this in. Do you think he had these idea for the creepy kids because he did Village of the Damned already, or did he do this before that? I don't know.
I would say Village of the Dam was first, maybe.
Yeah. So, but I love the fact if you look at the screenshot I have, it's the last screenshot. I only took 2. I love the little girl has a ton of makeup on. This kid has a little bit in his eye.
Yeah.
He has a little bit. These kids have nothing.
Because it's a fucking low budget movie.
Yeah, they're in the background like,
yeah.
"Ugh."
And John Carpenter's smart enough to know we're not going to see him, so don't waste time.
Yeah.
Just waste time on the 2 kids that I'm going to be close on, and I'll go extreme close on this bitch.
Yeah,
and we're going to dub her voice anyway because she in the behind the scenes it sounds nothing like the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a completely different voice.
She goes, Johnny boy.
She goes, hello, your mother. It's Mother's Day. It's Mommy's Day. We're going to eat your face. He wrote me like this. I can't stay here. And then he kills himself.
This movie's missing Peter McNichols. We needed him to work for him.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this scene where he goes back to the hotel and he looks behind him and Vigo's sitting there and he's like, my son, my 5-year-old did this to me. He's got it's like someone bit a chunk of his cheek out.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't think I picked up on it as much the first couple times I watched it, how much they're influenced by what he's writing. Like literally he's writing them.
Yeah.
But he pulls the gun out and Sam Neill just does his best attempt to save him when he goes, no, don't do that.
Yeah. Well, he just goes, no, he wrote me like this. And
yeah. I love that
he
line.
Just blows his head off. But really not a lot of gore in this movie. Like really, it's not. I don't even know why it's rated R. I think they say fuck maybe twice, if at all. It's rated R.
Wow.
But it's not an R. It's not at all. I mean, the gore level is low. The violence is low.
This is before they would say, "Oh, rated R for images of horror and for language."
I guess. Well, he does call the woman an old bitch.
So,
where are you, old bitch? And she's chopping up the husband with an axe downstairs in the attic, in the basement.
So Vigo's gone.
Vigo's dead.
We see they go back to the hotel, and then he sees the old lady, and they have like a creepy conversation. And she's like, "I'll tell my husband that." And her eyes are all red, and he's like, "This place is a lot. It must be hard to keep up." And he starts to look below the desk, and she's
hush.
The creepiest shot in the movie, because you just see the girl in the background go like across the doorway.
Yeah.
And he's like, bitch, and he runs out. And then we see the camera pans down and we see
the tentacles.
Happy Gilmore's mom, or Happy Gilmore's grandma, has her husband who's naked, the old man, chained to her ankle.
I laughed out loud when I saw that. That was hilarious.
She does turn into like a tentacle monster.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. And the main girl, she meets up with Sutter Kane at one point. It was before the scene I just mentioned. She turns into a tentacle monster when she hugs him and he has that thing on the back.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of taking these people over. And I do get a little confused with a couple things, because really the rest of the movie is just goopy monsters. And then he tries to leave in a car, keeps running back into the same people, the mob. And you think he's going to drive through them, but they just kind of part out of the way. And he swerves because he doesn't want to hit his love interest. But
I wouldn't call her that, honestly.
I think they're eventually, but not yet.
Yeah.
But I get confused why they leave him alive so he could go spread the book.
Yes.
But I don't know why they need him for that.
Well, again, because Sutter Kane wrote it that way. They even said that. Sutter Kane goes, I wrote you here to do this for me, so you're going to do it. It's just done. You've already done it. I've written it. It's done.
And you can't not do it.
Yeah. Because he tries to destroy the manuscript like 3 times.
Yeah.
He burns it twice, but then he gets back to Charlton Heston. He gets back to the real world, and they said, and Charlton Heston goes, well, you gave it to me 7 months ago. He goes, what? 7 months ago? The movie's coming out next month.
Yeah.
So that's when everything goes to hell.
But why even I like it ambiguous. I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to understand.
It's a movie.
Yeah, it's he chose not to release the book. So I don't like it when movies when I don't. That's the reason I don't like home invasion movies where the character has no real consequence. Like they can't
Mm.
change the outcome of the movie, and you're just like, oh, they're fucked. Like when they like The Ring. I don't like The Ring because it's like you're fucked. No matter what, you're fucked.
Well, that's The Grudge, even
Yeah,
worse.
The Grudge. They go in a house. That's their crime, and you're just like, it's gonna kill you
Yeah.
no matter what. She lives to the first one, dies immediately in the second one. You're
Well,
like,
have you seen the new Grudge movies?
oh, I sure did.
Oh my God! Everybody, anybody who calls the house gets killed. This is the most fucking active spirit I've ever seen in horror ever.
Not
This
only does it
fucking
kill you now,
Japanese gook bitch.
it makes Cal Penn kill his pregnant wife.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the like? They're changing all the rules. And
Oh yeah, it makes no sense. Yeah.
and the TV show on Netflix is way worse. That show is nonsense. I could not follow what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, I watched the short films on the new Grudge movie. They remade it. I think I got it for like 99 cents at a thrift store, so I watched it and threw it away. And they have like everybody who calls the person, whoever was in that house, they call them on the phone and they go, okay, well, I gotta go. Something's happening over here. They hang up, and then off screen or off like the short, they did a short version of that scene. It's the girl. She's on the phone talking to the person in Japan, and all of a sudden, the Japanese ghost is right next to her on the bus in America, and she eats her. Like she takes her and kills her. Like, huh? Huh? That just defies logic on so many. Even your fake phony ghost logic.
Yeah,
It doesn't make any sense.
and they in the new movie, the new Grudge, they cast a woman as a cop, and I couldn't believe her as a cop for the fucking life of me. So every time they show her, I just out loud would go, "She's totally a cop." Look at her being a cop right there.
Because she's a woman and you don't like women.
Yeah, it's like Jennifer Lawrence. It just looks like she's doing dress up. Like,
Yeah,
I
pretty
never
much.
believe her in whatever role she's in.
Yeah, it's what's her name? Mystique. She was like a 12-year-old in dress up.
She's bored. Like
Ugh.
like a kid would be kind of into it sometimes, and sometimes doesn't want to be there.
Well, her career's over, so we don't have to worry about her anymore.
Yeah. That's all right.
Hunger Games was a long time ago.
And she's dead on the X-Men now.
Yep. Nobody cared about that movie.
Nope. Okay. The book gets released. The movie's coming out. This is when we cut back to the cold opening, which is where we see David Warner talking to Sam Neill, and he's got crosses all over now. He has them all over his face. He's like, "I like being in here now. It's safe. I'm fine." And this is the part I really like. This is where I want to see the next movie, because he starts to walk out because his cell door opens and he walks out, and then you hear like the radio or the TV or something on, and it's like talking about all the fires everywhere and everyone's gone fucking crazy, like the world has ended over these books. And that's really where it ends. And I'm like, oh, this is what I want to see. I want to see the chaos.
Well, I guess on the behind the scenes stuff, because I have the Shout Factory DVD, so they had like behind the scenes stuff that was cut out of the movie. I guess originally the girl comes back, she sits behind him in the theater, and like she leans forward, and you see her head come over his shoulder, and all of a sudden his popcorn has a tentacle pop up, and he gets turned into a monster, or whatever, you know. But that's the end of the movie. But again, it's like, do I like Sam Neill laughing crazily until he goes insane, or do I want to see a monster like jump scare at the end? I kind of like the laughing a little bit more.
It's way more effective because he literally sits down and watches the movie in the Mouth of Madness with you. Yeah. He's like, I remember that.
This is not reality. This is not reality.
The only thing I wish they had was a shot from the back of the theater where he's sitting there staring at a white screen.
Yeah, it's nothing's playing.
Yeah.
It's just on his head. Yeah.
That would have been
neat.
That'd have been neat. Again, minor complaints I have of how I wish the scenes would have gone, but overall satisfied with how it did go.
Oh yeah, no. Overall, this is a great movie. Like I said, when I first saw it, I didn't really get it. I was like, okay, I guess it's scary. It's not really scary. It's just the idea is scary. I think that's what I like about horror, is that it doesn't have to be scary. It just has to kind of bother you. It's like that idea of madness and the world going nuts, going shit crazy, and you have no control over it. That's a scary idea.
One of my favorite movies, and the only one that ever bothered me, is the idea of It Follows. Just imagine
Yes.
something following you and you never know who it is.
Yeah.
And that sucks. Like that would suck. Your
And
life.
the only way to get rid of it is to fuck. Is
I
just
would
to
go
fuck everything.
I would go fuck a porn star and just you'd be fine for a while.
Yeah, you'd be fine for about 60 days.
Oh, if they're gonna keep fucking and they're gonna fuck other people, they're gonna fuck other people. You got this great little network there. And they just
Now, well, here's the thing. What if you fuck the following? Aha! That's how you stop it. You fuck the following to death.
is it just a ghost that really wants to come but it can't?
Maybe, yeah, I think you're right. That's what all stems from.
And I love the idea that when it kills the person you fucked, it's like, ha!
Yeah,
it's following you. This goes right back for you. I love that.
And it picks the guise of whatever's going to kill you if you can see it.
Yeah,
because I think it was her father at the end of the movie of the following, or It Follows, where it was her dad because he's dead. I think it was her. Yeah, it was her dad, right?
No, we never find out anything about it.
No, because she says don't, because she can't see it, but other people can see it. Remember, if it's after you can't see it, but other people can see it.
Yeah,
and it was her dad at one point. I think that was the scare. That was like what was supposed to be scary about it.
No,
because the sister sees it and she said, "Oh my God, you don't want to know who it is. I'm not going to tell you." And I think that was her father. I think that was the point of that.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about because
rewatch the movie.
I've seen it a bunch of times. She fucks her friend, and then they walk, and there's a girl following him.
Yeah, that's I think the end of the movie. Yeah,
and her friend is just like, they're gonna accept death. They're gonna die together. Is really how that ends.
And that weirdo girl reading a clamshell Nook, which is the weirdest thing in that movie.
I'm still waiting for it.
It could have been 1984, that movie, but they ruined it with that Nook, that stupid Nook seashell thing.
Yeah.
So dumb. That's my one. That's why my one problem with It Follows is that stupid reader.
It's stupid, but the first time it bothered me. After that, I was like,
it kind of just takes me out of the movie.
The only thing that bothers me is when they decide to throw it in the pool and electrocute it. And I'm like, why do you think that's going to work?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's weird that she looks like Brittany Murphy, that girl.
Yeah, she does.
Very Brittany Murphy-esque.
Brittany Murphy and Kat Denning.
Yes, but with smaller breasts.
Yeah, just, those two combined.
Normal. Yeah, she's got normal boobs. Good for her, I guess.
Okay.
But back to in the Mouth of Madness. I always like to think of it like Samuel's character. He's Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park. He retired to become an insurance fraud salesman, an insurance fraud investigator, and then he goes crazy in the post-apocalyptic world. He became a vampire from Daybreakers.
I have not seen Daybreakers.
That's the trilogy. That's the Samuel trilogy people should pay attention to.
What is I'm going to look it up. I don't know Daybreakers.
It's a vampire movie with Ethan Hawke.
Oh, that one.
And William Dafoe. And it's basically if vampires ruled the world. Yeah.
From the Spearig brothers.
And they haven't done shit since, I don't think.
Yeah, I did see that movie. I forgot. I thought it was okay.
Most people did forget they saw that movie.
Yeah.
That movie's on the bottom of every 99-cent bin in Walmart you'll find.
Well, there's a bunch of those vampire movies that came out, like, because that title sounds close to the Skinwalkers movie.
Yeah.
And you got Daywalker from Blade.
Yeah.
Daywalker.
The Blade 2 is probably my favorite Blade movie.
No.
You like the first Blade a bit more?
Yeah.
It's good. I like both, but I think Blade 2 is a little bit better for me. Because I don't know, it's Guillermo del Toro, so I think I have a softer spot for him than Norrington.
Yeah.
But then again, I hate fucking In the Shape of Water.
I didn't even bother watching it.
Ugh. Pisses you off.
I'm not going to see it probably. But
like that's what they gave him the Oscar for, was that movie.
Yeah.
It's like, really? That's the paint by numbers. Fake phony love story.
The Crow Wicked Prayer with Edward Norton and Tito's in a starring role. UFC fighter Tito Ortiz, the Huntington Beach Bad Boys in the movie. Because I showed the girlfriend The Crow for the first time. She liked it,
That's a good movie.
I turn it on, and there's the sequels are on, and I go. She's like, "There's sequel? Yeah, there's two, which is a remake of the first one, pretty much, just set in L.A. Three's different. It's got Fred Ward. It's got what's his name? Fuck, I cannot think of names right now. We're podcasting too early for me, apparently.
From the third one, was it Eric Morpheus or whatever? Or
yeah, but I'm talking
it was the guy,
the bald actor from Justified and Hateful Eight. Why the fuck can I think of who that is? And now he's on the unicorn.
Oh my God! Not Walton Goggins.
Walton Goggins is in that movie. That's the first.
Is he in Crow?
Yeah, Crow 3.
Oh wow!
Crow
really?
Salvation. And
Holy
that
shit.
one is bad. It looks like a TV show. And I was telling, I'm like, this looks like a TV. Oh my God, they made a Crow TV show. I forgot. And I was like, Crow Stairway to Heaven. There's a lot of that shit. And luckily they didn't do a In the Mouth of Madness show after this. And
right, yeah.
But they are doing, and we are going to cover them eventually, is they're kind of slowly going through the Carpenter library and
remakes, yeah.
Because I have a list here, and some of them one of them I wasn't aware of, because I have my remake list, and I have movies he directed, obviously, and then I have like a separate list, which is like remakes, movies he just wrote, movies he edited, things like that. But they remade Halloween, obviously. They remade Assault on Precinct 13, The Fog, The Thing, and apparently Lockout is a remake of
Escape from New York, basically.
Yeah.
And, it's all like, yeah. You know what? I think he sued them over that too.
Oh, really?
Because I think he basically won too. Because it's basically Escape from New York
with Guy Pearce.
That's a bad movie.
I haven't seen it.
I saw that in the theater. I think I walked out because it was just like, I can't take this.
Wow.
It was not because like he's playing the Kurt Russell Snake Plissken character, but like way over the top, like 5,000 times over the top. So it's like everything he says is a quip, and everything he says is like, "I'm super cool and you're not." I'm like, oh God, this is awful.
Well, part of the charm of a big part of the charm of Escape from New York is the fact that your main character does not want to be in the movie. Yes. That's what I love about that movie is he doesn't want to be there. He feels inconvenienced by everything he has to do in the movie.
He even takes time out to sit down in the movie.
Yeah, it's why
you never see that in a movie. And actually,
a chair out of a alleyway and just sits there and watches a woman get raped.
Yeah, that's all he does. Like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, it's the man can shoot a hole in a wall though.
Yes,
little thin wall.
I'll say this about Carpenter though: he doesn't waste any time.
No,
his movies are pretty short and to the point, and he doesn't
have the Christopher Nolan 3-hour cut.
Yeah, none of that ever.
No, he's I'm looking forward to some of these because I haven't seen a number of these. I thought it was just a couple, but I went through the list and making posters for him, and I'm like, I haven't seen Dark Star, Elvis, Prince of Darkness. I don't think I've seen. He's got 2 movies for the Masters of Horror collection. One called Pro Life, the other one called Cigarette Burns.
Cigarette Burns is better.
Someone's Watching Me. I haven't seen. I haven't seen They Live for somehow.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen Starman.
Really? Starman's cute.
I've seen Body Bags, but not since it came out.
I rewatched it not too long ago. Only the first segment, because the second segment is like a comedy skit. And you're like,
yeah, he only did 2 out of 3. Toby Hooper did the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toby Hooper, I'm iffy on.
Toby Hooper sucks. I don't care what anybody says. He did Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it's like, and so did Rob Zombie.
People love Salem's Lot, and I'm like, there's a couple creepy shots in that movie. The rest of it is just boring and stupid.
It's like 4 hours long. It's like a TV movie, wasn't it? Was it a TV miniseries?
No, his is the movie.
I know Rob Lowe did a movie. Yeah, did a miniseries.
Yeah.
On TNT. I forgot about that one. I think Rutger Hauer's in that one too.
Rutger Hauer's also in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I watched that yesterday for the first time in 15, 17
Oh my God.
I love that movie.
It's actually not a bad movie.
When Paul Rubens dies,
it's
hilarious.
Paul Rubens. That's when Paul Rubens was trying to make his comeback.
Yeah.
And then he had that, and then
other than coming on the person's back in front of him in the theater. That's a really old reference.
And then 5 years later, he was in Mystery Men.
Yeah.
trying to restart his career again, and then he's in Blow.
He's great in Blow.
He's great in Blow, yeah.
Him and Ray Liotta are amazing in that movie. And Johnny Depp is there as well.
The movie itself is okay.
I like the movie.
But Ray Liotta, yeah, and Paul Rubens are the best part.
Yeah. They kill it. Ray Liotta, his transformation with the makeup, they kept it subtle. They didn't go crazy.
Yeah.
Unlike this movie that we watched today, where it's just an old man mask suddenly on the character. And some makeup on some children.
Yes. And then the full-on Cthulhu monsters that they made that you barely see, which is good because you barely see them, and that's the point. Because like if you saw them, they're just fake. But they keep it tight enough, and it works.
This is why I think a big part of why I think I hate this movie is because I don't like that kind of goopy monster and tentacles and stuff. I just find it boring. Yeah. But they keep it so low key, and it's really quick shots, and it's minimal, and it's like really back end loaded. Where it's just at the very end, and then like, you're the fuck out of there with Sam Neill, and then you're doing something else. Yeah, and you kind of forget about it.
Yeah,
it's not a main focus of the movie. It's they keep it more about him writing this town, and he says the town, it makes him write it, and then it's this weird cyclical thing where, and you don't ever find out much about it. I like movies that don't tell you a whole lot, which is why it follows. You just don't know anything about it.
Right? Yeah.
Fuck to stay alive. That's all you know. And this is. We don't know why this town is making him do this, why he's doing it, why he gets out of it. We don't know anything. And I like that. That's why Sam Neill has like no answers. He's no more wiser than he began.
Yeah. He just went insane.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with new movies now is that they want to explain everything.
Yeah.
Because they think the audience is so fucking dumb they can't handle, well, we don't know his background, so we need a scene. Or like in Halloween, we need 90 minutes to explain the origin and background of Michael Myers. It's like, no, thank you. I don't want that. I don't want to see Sherry Moon Zombie act ever again.
I don't know who I'm going to get. Probably Adam to talk about the Halloween remake.
Oh, yeah, have him do. I don't want to watch that again.
You want to watch it again, or you don't?
I don't want to watch it.
I don't want to either, but here we are.
Back to Rob Zombie. I don't want to watch any of them again, honestly.
No.
That's a fucking franchise that's been relaunched like 5 times.
Yeah.
And they just won't let it fucking die.
You know what's a good movie that doesn't explain a goddamn thing the whole way through? And we'll get out of here shortly. Is Cube.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the movie Cube?
Yeah.
Simple, cheap little movie. They don't ever find out why, because it's these shifting cubes, and each room's a different death trap, pretty much. It's Saw before Saw. Only way more interesting. And you don't ever find out what the fuck happened or why they're in there, who made this.
Yeah.
And then they used to do this, where the first one doesn't tell you anything for sci-fi. The second one or third one is all backstory, and they have to explain everything. Because it's Cube 2 or Cube 0, which is really Cube 3. They go a whole backstory thing, and it ruins it.
This is
now they have to do that in the movie. That's why they add an extra half an hour to 45 minutes for each movie.
Yeah, it's just
different.
They all have to have the origin story. You have to understand where this is coming. I don't want to know. I don't care, because you're just going to have a reiteration of it 10 years down the road anyway.
That's why I'm glad the new Spider-Man franchise just went. Uncle Ben's already dead. Fuck him.
Yeah, exactly.
That sack of shit's dead.
Aunt May is a middle-aged hottie who likes to show her tits in movies.
Damn right. And the wrestler.
Yeah, the wrestler. Oh God, unbelievable.
If it wasn't for the fact that Mickey Rourke's there, it'd be
a great movie.
Yeah. But this movie doesn't tell you anything, and I like that. I like this movie a lot. This is a good one to start on, I think. And
it makes you appreciate Carpenter a lot more.
Are we just going to choose the next movie randomly throughout?
I guess. Well, we should just watch They Live, because you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen a lot of these, but...
So I would say you want to just do They Live next?
Sure. I mean, my movies that I have a list of, like, watch these. That's at the top.
Yeah.
I just haven't watched it, and I just don't. I don't know why. I have no reason.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to like it. I know that. So I don't know. I don't know why I won't watch it.
Oh, well, it's funny as Carpenter, the way like modern era, the world has really adopted every John Carpenter movie
Yeah.
and somehow aped it. Like everything, like Mortal Kombat apes Big Little Trouble in Little China 100% in every aspect. And then Obey is from They Live. You're going to see They Live has inspired the last 5 years of counterculture. Like it's ridiculous. So it's like John Carpenter as an artist is really kind of had his finger on the pulse of just everything for 25, 30, 40 years now. So it's kind of incredible.
Because, comparing careers, because this is the first episode. This is our first chance to really talk about John Carpenter.
No.
Is comparing careers of his the people that came up with him is Wes Craven or Toby Hooper.
No.
He blows them out of the fucking water so hard.
Yeah.
I don't like Wes Craven movies. I just don't.
I don't think anybody really does.
Even the first Nightmare on Elm Street, I don't really care for. I think it's okay.
Fine.
Scream, I love. I love Scream.
Yeah, but he didn't write that. That was Kevin Williams.
I'm just saying, movies he made, because his first dozen movies are dog shit. Last House on the Left is a piece of shit.
Yeah. It was about the Vietnam War.
I hate those kind of movies.
It was a dissertation on the Vietnam War.
And then when he got older, he kind of did like John Carpenter. We started getting shitty, and he should have retired because he did like
Red
Eye. And
did you ever see My Soul to Take? That's one of the worst fucking movies I've ever seen.
I did.
That was dog shit, embarrassing. I'm glad he's dead.
He wanted to remake Scream, and he's like, I can't just remake it because I got a franchise over there. So let's have a weird supernatural thing. I can't even remember how that story got. I remember it makes
no sense though. And like you try to figure it out, you're just like, what? That doesn't what? No. Oh God. Like your eyes bleed like in the Mouth of Madness. You try to read that script, you'll be blood streaks on your eyes, and then Sam Neill will kill you with an axe because you liked it. Yeah. You like the book? Love it.
Oh, we didn't mention that. The guy, he kills a guy with an axe. That's why he goes insane.
Yeah.
And also the eye makeup.
Yeah,
the movie is on fire. Like that shit looks awesome. Like
they reuse those fucking contact lenses over and over and over again.
Yeah, but in this movie,
it works. Yeah, it's great.
And I was looking it up because after he tells when he's on the bus and he's sleeping and he comes to him, Sutter Kane comes to him and says, "Did I ever tell you blue's my favorite color?" Yeah. After that, everyone has blue eyes.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I saw it on IMDb trivia. I didn't notice.
Oh, I didn't notice that at all either. Yeah. Is Michael Mann God because he loves blue so much too?
Man, that man loves blue.
Jesus Christ.
That's another director I could do a podcast on.
Yeah.
And
no one does one on him.
I'm going to try to not bring up a certain director who has a very similar name to this.
Exactly. Yeah.
I haven't said his name yet. I might say his name. If I say a different last name instead of John Carpenter, just go ahead and ignore it. You know what I mean? Not even
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Not even going to say his name.
No.
The other shows, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. If not, you'll figure it out. I would like to do a show on him, but
I think you'd be the only one doing it, though.
Exactly.
Because no one else would know what to say.
They'd be all nervous, like he's gonna yell at me if I say something.
Take me off the show. I love Ronan. Oh God,
I love you on Wall Street.
No, definitely Michael Mann though. You ever see Thief? The one with James Caan?
No,
I think it's his first movie.
I haven't seen Thief or The Keep.
The Keep I've seen pieces, but Thief is pretty good. I like Thief. Thief was actually really good.
Black Hat.
Black Cat, I'm not going to watch that.
It's Black Hat.
It's my cat.
Cat.
It's my cat, but it's my dog.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Ugh, shut up.
Okay.
It's not even improv-ing. It's garbage.
No. It's words that end up on screen, and that's literally what the goal was of the Ghostbusters 2016. Okay. Any last words? Anything else you noticed in this movie? Oh, I do have one. Sorry, I asked you, and then I cut you off. Because it just popped up. This is the third in John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy. So we're doing it in reverse order, apparently.
Yeah. Which is fine.
It goes Escape from New York.
The Thing.
Oh, The Thing.
It's The Thing, Prince of Darkness in this one. And everybody fucking has talked about The Thing. There's billions of hours on the internet about The Thing. Not a lot on in the Mouth of Madness, and I don't think not a lot in Prince of Darkness either. Prince of
No,
Darkness is niche. It's real niche. It's
yeah.
like it's good, but it's not as good as this. I think this is better. But Prince of Darkness has no budget. Like that movie is literally $25, and Alice Cooper did his shots for free.
That's kind of what I love about John Carpenter is he made movies with no money.
Yeah,
Kind of like Corman.
yeah,
Only, you know, Corman does the schlock and John
Yeah.
Carpenter's a little classier, but they had the same kind of work ethic where it's like, I'm going to make this work no matter what.
yeah.
Like, whatever it takes, it's going to work. This movie's going to get made. It's going to be good, you know, for my crowd. Corman was a lot cheaper. Like he had a far less money, but he's made a killing off that. And now we have companies like Asylum and shit doing that. And
They're dog shit.
dog shit.
They're not even. They're not even barely movies. They're barely anything. There's garbage.
Yeah. When I watch
It's
a
just
Carpenter
shit.
movie, I'm at the end of it, I go, all right. Except for the
Yeah.
later ones, which obviously, but the early ones, even if I don't like it, I'm not mad I watched it. I had fun.
Yeah.
I'm not, and that's a hard thing to do for a fucking career. Just a lifetime of that. I don't like The Fog, but when I watch it, I'm not mad.
Yeah, The Fog. Yeah, The Fog's is weaker movies. Christine, another one that I'm like, Christine's all right.
There's some fun stuff in there. The Fog, I find almost nothing to enjoy.
It's boring.
Yeah.
Fog's boring. Yeah.
I'm just kind of waiting.
And even Halloween, like people rave at Halloween. Halloween's all right. Like I don't know. I'm not a big lover of Halloween. Even John Carpenter's version, it's fine. It is what it is.
I love it.
I'm fine with it. I don't love it or hate it. I'm just kind of like, it's there. I don't know.
It's more relevant as far as the restraint he showed because people who emulated that movie, Halloween, in the early 80s could not maintain that pacing or that kind of mystique behind the character. It was like all they did was focus on the kills.
Right.
Like he kills like 3-4 people in the first Halloween.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's it. No.
That's it. And most of it's just him standing there. Like he'll just watch the characters for a while. And I find that creepier than him killing dozens of people.
Oh, sure, yeah.
The methodical nature.
He comes out of the hedge bush, looks at her and goes back into the hedge bush.
You know what I didn't remember is that he drives by.
Yeah.
I'm like, that motherfucker doesn't know how to drive.
Well, that's what we talked about when we did Adam's show with the Halloween 4 and 5. Who taught Michael how to drive? Yeah. Nobody knows.
I was watching that the other day.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Driving.
But Donald Pleasance is so good in those movies, though, because you can see the frustration in him just growing as he's like, I'm 70 years old, and this is what I'm reduced to. There's this fucking character in his fucking movie.
I like in number 2 where they're in a room together, him and Michael, and the room is on fucking fire, and the door's closed. She gets out, Laurie leaves.
Yes.
And then so Loomis and Michael Myers are dead. That's what
Yes.
And then they make 3, and it's like an offshoot movie. It's like this way over here. And then 4, they go back to the OG Michael Myers shit. And then you got a little scar here.
Yeah. It's like you got hit with a lighter. Like little burn. It's nothing. I was only surrounded by 5,000 degrees, but whatever.
They turn the gas on in that room, and then
they blow up. They blow it up. Watch Halloween 2. Emphatically, he is dead. There is no coming back.
No.
Even Michael Myers, he is on fire, walking out, and he falls, and he's dead. But no, they had to bring him back.
David Patrick Kelly from The Crow. There ain't no coming back. There ain't no coming back. Let's go to Alex Proyas.
I love Alex Proyas. I am Roger Ebert with Alex Proyas because Roger Ebert, every Alex Proyas movie is in his top 10 list of the year. Every time. Even knowing?
Wow.
Even knowing is on his top 10 list of the year.
What about Gods of Egypt?
He was dead by then.
Good.
I think he was dead by that point.
Good.
So Roger Ebert didn't have to see the fall of Alex Proyas.
Well, Alex Proyas, I only like 2 of his movies, but both of those 2 movies are like 2 of my favorite movies.
Dark City and
Crow.
The Crow, yeah. I'd say, love him. I like Knowing. I think Knowing's all right.
Yeah.
I don't mind Knowing. That was your Cage-a-thon. Did you have that somewhere
not yet,
buried? Hasn't been released yet.
No, I haven't done that one.
That's going to be in your archive
Yeah.
collection.
Let's get out of here.
All right, we'll go.
Scare people off with the length of the show. We'll be back next time for Apparently They Live.
Yes.
And it'll be released randomly. This podcast is going to get up eventually. I don't know when I'm going to release it. There's no plan here. There's no plan whatsoever. I plan shit out so much that this time I just want to be like, just do whatever.
Yeah.
I'll probably bank them for a while and then release them. I don't know.
Maybe you'll get lucky and John Carpenter will die and you can release all of them and get 1 million hits.
Oh, shit.
Fuck, if only.
Well, I think he would die if he stopped smoking. So
that's the thing, yeah.
Even Corona's like, oh, fuck.
Fuck this, yeah.
I don't want to get emphysema.
Come after me. Come on, COVID.
Bring it, bitch.
Oh, I want to end on this note, though. I was watching some of the commentary on the disc for Mouth of Madness, and Sandy King, his wife, and John Carpenter talking, and Charles Heston's name popped up in the credits. He goes, I really liked working with Chuck Heston. He was great. And Sandy King goes, he didn't like me. No, he didn't like you.
She's a woman. She's a
woman. Yeah, exactly. Get that bitch out of here. Okay, Chuck, don't worry. We'll keep her in the back.
Get the producer out of the room. What?
Get that bitch out of here.
Get her a gun. She can come back in.
She's got to hold a gun.
You damn dirty bitch.
Oh, God. If only he was like that.
All right. So LIWstudios.com. Go there. You can check out other shows as well. LIW, the TZ Twilight Zone review. I'm not doing Twitter feeds. LIW Anthology Series review and a bunch of other shit on the website. But Twitter, go. LIW, the TZ review, LIW Anthology Pod, LIW Studios.
There you go.
Yep. So until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Dick in the Mouth of Madness.
We live. They live. We all live.
For a month or whatever.
Yeah. We don't live well. We live in constant fear and hibernation.
That's true.